Okay, so we've been talking about nutrition for a couple weeks now. We know proteins, fats, vitamins, all that good stuff. So now we're going to talk about the all-encompassing term of calorie balance. So what does that term mean that we talked about yesterday at the end of the day? Calorie balance. Melissa?
It's when your calories in equal your calories out.
Right, so the calories we're taking in, calorie balance equals calories or energy. We can use those terms interchangeably. Calories in equals calories out. So the food we're taking in, that amount of calories in order to be in calorie balance, so maintaining our weight, we want to make sure that the food we take in equals the amount of calories we burn. So if we're eating a lot of calories, we're going to need to burn a lot more calories, do a lot more exercise in order to remain in calorie or energy balance. So when we're off balance, there's two different things that we also learned about. So we have negative calorie balance. That's when calories in is less than calories out. So what would be happening to our bodies if we're taking in less calories than we're burning? Yeah, Lily.
We're eating too little and exercising too much.
Yeah, so we'd be losing weight, right? So that equals weight loss. And sometimes that's something we want to happen, sometimes it's not something we want to happen. So then when we're in positive calorie balance, our calories in is greater than calories out. So that's when we're gaining weight, right? So that equals gaining weight. So nutritionists, when they think about if someone needs to lose weight or gain weight, how would they measure something like this? So there's a couple of tools that we're going to learn about today, which I actually used to use when I was a nutritionist. Tools that will measure calorie balance. So if we want to measure how much someone's taking in on a daily basis, or maybe on an average day, so these would be called nutrition assessment tools. One thing they use is called a 24-hour recall. So that's if a patient wants to come into my office, I'm a nutritionist, I want to figure out, maybe yesterday was an average day for them, maybe it wasn't, but so I would ask them to recall, to remember what they ate yesterday. So it's kind of informal. And then we have food diaries. So that would be when someone is carefully recording what they're eating on maybe several days. Maybe they'll do it for a week, maybe they'll do it for 3 days, so they can get kind of an average to see how much they're getting in on a daily basis, because every day is different, as we know. So what I want you to do right now is get into pairs. Pairs. Oh, there's uneven number, so 3 are going to have to work together. And then, so we're going to do a 24-hour recall on each other. So I want you to pretend you're a nutritionist. You're interviewing your patient or your study participant or whoever they are, and you're going to have to record what they ate yesterday, if they can remember. So everything they ate and drank, everything besides water.
Okay.
Be as precise as possible with amounts. Yeah, so on a blank piece of paper. You're recording.
No, not it.
You're playing nutritionist.
Then I had...
You're going to say like...
8 hours, like the cake up.
Yeah, good. Try to be precise with the measurements.
Twice breakfast.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to remember.
I had a mini cupcake for breakfast. Oh, yeah.
Was it fried or...
Salad with lettuce. And a ginger snap cookie.
Strawberry.
And I'm not grading you on what you ate, so you don't have to lie if you're eating junk all day. It's supposed to be realistic.
Okay, that brings us to lunch. I had a 12-ounce Diet Coke.
Bread and cheese.
Then for my second lunch, I had
Like that.
two butternut squash.
It was that good thin little.
We have about another minute. We're trying to finish up. It's okay if you can only fit it in crab, a box of crab spirals.
And then you can have a
For lunch, I had, it was like this rice dish.
Oh, and then you have
Just 32 with
That's what I was in class.
And I also had an apple, some broccoli.
How big are those?
Oh, no, it's 20 food.
Alright, so start wrapping
The little
up.
one, right?
It's okay if you didn't get to everyone. Oh, I had.
We had pasta.
Okay. So that's lunch?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dinner.
There's a snack. You don't want a snack?
Oh gosh.
Did everyone finish at least the first person?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's just do Megan. This is funny.
Snack.
Okay, so let's come back up. So was that technique easier or harder than you thought it would be? Harder. Harder? Why was it harder?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And it's hard to remember sometimes, right? It's helpful to remember maybe things you were doing, to remember what you were eating, condiments you put on things. It's hard. So as a nutritionist, that might be something that isn't the most reliable data, because you're depending on what someone can remember, right? So something like a food diary that someone would keep would be a lot more accurate. But so that's what I'm going to have you do over the weekend. But for now, let's analyze some of this food. So this website's called myfitnesspal.com. So after you do your 3-day food record this weekend, we're going to analyze what we ate this weekend and see if we're in positive or negative calorie balance on Monday in the computer lab. So let me show you what that looks like. So I have my height and weight and age and exercise level in here. And so we're going to enter some foods and we're going to pretend that I ate them and see if I'm in negative or positive calorie balance. So it's saying that I need, for my height and weight and age, I need about 1,800 calories a day to be in calorie balance, to maintain my weight. So let's add some foods. What did I have for breakfast? Eggs. Eggs. I had some eggs. Maybe an omelet with cheese. That sounds good. What else did I have? Anything else? Orange juice. I had some orange juice. Is it in here? Maybe have milk. No, it's okay. I can search for it if it's not there. In the effort of time, we'll say I had some coffee.
Folgers.
Maybe I had some raisins. Applesauce, I guess. Okay, so we're going to add those. So I got about 318 calories for breakfast. Probably could have used a little more than that, but we'll make up for it at lunch since I get free lunch. So what did I have for lunch? Anyone?
Subway.
Subway. Subway turkey breast with veggies.
Generic
All
steamed
right.
asparagus.
Where's the generic steamed asparagus? A nice Subway sandwich with asparagus.
Followed by some grapes.
Some grapes,
Raw.
alright. Pretty healthy.
Was there mayo under?
Probably. Alright, we got some mayo. And you want to, when you do this yourself, you want to be more specific with the amounts of everything, because that's important to be very specific in order to get the right data. So, okay, that's my lunch. And now let's add a quick dinner. What did I have? These are things that
Costco
I
quesadilla.
A Costco
These are my
quesadilla.
favorite items, by the way. So, okay, I had some cheesecake. Maybe I had a quesadilla with some sour cream. Maybe a little salad on the side, lettuce, cucumbers, tomato, olive oil. Okay, that looks good. Add that. Okay, so now where are we? So I'm over 193 calories. So what does that mean? Am I positive or am I negative? Positive, right? So I'm over, positive. So if I continued, if this was what I would eat every day for like a week, well, maybe not a week, because 3,000 calories are in a pound, but eventually over time, if I kept eating at a positive calorie balance level, I would be gaining weight, right? So what I want you to do this weekend is keep a 3-day food diary. So write down everything you eat, everything you drink, be as precise with the amounts as you can, and we're going to analyze them in the computer lab on Monday doing this so you can see for yourself. And you're not getting graded on what you eat, so don't try to eat vegetables and all that good stuff. Do what you normally eat so we can get an accurate representation of yourself. Okay?